So we will continue with grammar, chapter 5, agreement, and we will begin on page 105 in your workbook. Agreement of subject and verb. An expression of an amount, such as a measurement, a percentage, or a fraction, for example, may be singular or plural, depending on how it is used. Examples: 6 weeks is a long vacation. Amount is thought of as a unit. $6 were lying on the street. Amount is thought of as individual pieces. 85% of the seniors are going on the class trip. Percentage is plural because it refers to the plural word seniors. 1/4 of the term is over. Fraction is singular because it refers to the singular word term. In the following exercise, in each of the sentences, choose the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Example: 3/4 of my classmates is or are studying Spanish. The correct answer would be 3/4 of my classmates are studying Spanish. Let's do number 1. 3 months is or the training period for Susan's new job. The correct answer is 3 months is the training period for Susan's new job. Let's do number 2. Half of the men were barefoot. The correct answer is half of the men were barefoot. All right, let's go to page 106. We continue with agreement of subject. Some nouns that are plural in form take singular verbs. Examples: the news is on at 6 o'clock. The scissors were left on the counter. Even when plural in form, the title of a creative work, such as a book, a song, film, or painting, the name of an organization, or the name of a country or city generally takes a singular verb. Example: The Grapes of Wrath is a novel by John Steinbeck. Exercise: for each of the following sentences, choose the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Example: the news about the earthquake were a shock to everyone. The correct answer is the news about the earthquake was a shock to everyone. Let's do number 1. The coach explained that gymnastics is or a good sport for improving flexibility. The correct answer is the coach explained that gymnastics is a good sport for improving flexibility. Let's do number 2. Linguistics, the study of language, includes social and non-social aspects of language. The correct answer is linguistics, the study of language, includes social and non-social aspects of language. Page 107, continuing agreement of subject and verb. Subjects preceded by every or many a take singular verbs. Example: many a concert was performed at that arena. When the relative pronoun, that, which, or who, is the subject of an adjective clause, the verb in the adjective clause agrees with the word to which the relative pronoun is referring to. Example: the home that is on the tour is next door. That refers to the singular noun home. The homes that are on the tour are in my neighborhood. That refers to the plural noun homes. Exercise A. For each of the following sentences, choose the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Example: every teacher and student is invited to the auditorium for the concert. Let's do number 1. Many a family have either a dog or cat as a pet. Many a family has either a dog or cat as a pet. Number 2, Every girl and boy in the class receives merit points for good conduct. The correct answer to number 2, every girl and boy in the class receives merit points for good conduct. Excuse me. Page 108. Agreement of pronoun and antecedent. A pronoun should agree in number and gender with its antecedent. Examples: Gloria Estefan recorded her songs in Spanish and in English. Her is a singular feminine pronoun referring to the antecedent Gloria Estefan. My cousins brought their backgammon game. There is a plural pronoun referring to the antecedent cousins. In the following exercise, complete each of the following sentences by inserting at least one pronoun that agrees with its antecedent. Then underline the antecedent. Example: each girl waited for her mother outside the building after school. Her is the correct pronoun, and the antecedent is girl, so we underline girl. Let's do number 1. The boy in the blue sweater just dropped his notebook and calculator. Okay? The pronoun that should go on the blank line is his, and his refers to the antecedent boy. Number 2, resting on the branch of the tree, the robin fluttered its wings. Its is the pronoun that should go on the blank line, and it refers to the antecedent robin. Page 109, again, agreement of pronoun and antecedent. Some indefinite pronouns are singular and some are plural. Other indefinite pronouns can be either singular or plural, depending on their meaning in a sentence. For example, singular: each of the girls thinks she can help. Someone forgot his or her jacket. Example of plural: both of my brothers left on their bikes. Few of the class said they had finished. So in the following sentences, we're going to complete them by inserting at least one pronoun that agrees with its antecedent. Example: several of the boys were awarded medals for their charity work. Let's do number 1. One of the lizards on the patio had a twig in its mouth. Number 2, did all of the people invited to the party bring their dishes? All right, page 110, we are continuing with agreement of pronoun and antecedent. Use a singular pronoun to refer to 2 or more singular antecedents joined by or nor. Example: Max or Kay will bring his hibachi for the cookout. Use a plural pronoun to refer to 2 or more antecedents joined by and. Example: Morlis and Simone are practicing their duet because they performed tonight. In the following exercise A, underline the pronoun in parentheses that agrees with this antecedent. Example: Mary and Pam will have the opportunity to prove themselves at the concert. Let's do number 1. Neither Marco nor Juan agreed to give their opinion on the subject. The correct answer is neither Marco nor Juan agreed to give his opinion on the subject. Number 2, Sandra or Lucia will have to meet Jim at the station so that they can drive him home. The correct answer is Sandra or Lucia will have to meet Jim at the station so that she can drive him home. And page 111, agreement of pronoun. The number of a relative pronoun. such as who, which, or that, is determined by its antecedent. Aluhani is a girl who is loyal to her friends. Who refers to the singular noun girl. Therefore, the singular form her is used to agree with who. The next example, the students who finished their projects early were allowed to go to the library. Who refers to the plural noun students. Therefore, the plural form there is used to agree with who. Exercise A, for each of the following sentences, underline the pronoun in parentheses that agrees with this antecedent. Example, the bees that were in its or their hive came out and stung Fernando. The bees that were in their hive came out and stung Fernando. Let's do number one. My Uncle Joe is a person who treats their or his friends with the utmost kindness. Correct answer is, my Uncle Joe is a person who treats his friends with the utmost kindness. Number two, those who achieve recognition in their field typically have to work hard. The correct answer is, those who achieve recognition in their field typically have to work hard. In exercise B on this page, you have to complete each of the following sentences by inserting a pronoun that agrees with its antecedent. Then circle the word to which the relative pronoun who refers. Example, the students who received their diplomas this year entered college in the fall. Students is the antecedent, and there is the pronoun that is written on the blank line. Number 6, Cameron is a boy who always promises to do blank best. Okay, so Cameron is a boy, so we know that the pronoun on the line should be his. His refers to the antecedent boy. Let's do number 7. People who use time wisely usually find that they have more free time. We can see here that people is plural, so on the blank line, the pronoun should be their, T-H-E-I-R, and it refers to the antecedent people. Page 112. A collective noun is singular when it refers to the group as a unit, and plural when it refers to the individual members of the group. For example, the flock of birds wended its way south. Flock is thought of as a unit here. The next example, the flock of birds were grooming themselves. Here, flock is thought of as individual birds. The next rule, an expression of an amount, such as a measurement, a percentage, or a fraction, for example, may be singular or plural depending on how it is used. Examples, 2 minutes is a long time. It seems long when you're on hold. The amount is thought of as a unit. The next example, 2 of the 10 minutes were already used up. We had spent them reading the agenda. The amount is thought of as individual pieces or parts in this sentence. The next rule, singular pronouns are used to refer to some nouns that are plural in form. For example, we like books about politics and its effect on communities. The next example, these pants fit. They fit better than the ones you tried on yesterday. Plural pronouns are used to refer to some nouns that end in S but refer to a singular item, such as the word pants. All right, in the following exercise, for each of the sentences, underline the pronoun that agrees with its antecedent. Example, I am very interested in civics. I have been studying it for several years. Let's do number 1. The pride of lions take turns resting in the sun after their successful hunt or after its successful hunt. The correct answer here is there. Number 2, 1/2 of the employees decided it needed to speak to the boss about the situation, or 1/2 of the employees decided they needed to speak to the boss about the situation. The correct answer here is they. Okay, that ends chapter 5. If you have any questions, just please let me know.